Okay, here I'm going to do problem 6 from homework 2. Okay, and this is stating that there are 256 Class C private networks. Explain where that number comes from. Why are there only 254 hosts per Class C network? What is the total number of hosts in the Class C network space, assuming none of them are subnetted? And then, does subnetting increase or decrease the total number of available host addresses? And finally, part D, what is the total number of hosts if we're going to subnet all of those Class Cs with this particular mask? So I'll do that here for you. Homework 2, number 6. Basically, the problem says, go ahead and look at slide number 37 from topic 1. And I'll put that one up here. And hopefully that will have some answers on it. And indeed, it shows the private IP space. And here's our Class C networks, and it says there are 256 of them. Why is that? Well, they're numbered 0 through 255 in the third octet. Okay, so that's the answer to part A. So this is the Class C private address space problem. Okay, and the private address space is 192.168.0.0 down through 192.168.255.0, and there are 256 of them numbered 0 through 255. Okay, so that's part A. Okay, that's pretty easy. Part B says, why are there 254 hosts per Class C network? Why only 254 hosts per Class C? Okay, well, in a Class C, we have a /24 mask, and that means that there are the number of IP addresses is 2 to the 32 minus 24, or 2 to the 8, which is 256. Okay, the number of IP addresses in a subnet, though, differs from the number of host addresses due to the presence of the host, or of the subnet ID, and the subnet broadcast address. So it's 2 to the 32 minus 24 minus 2, which is 254. Okay, and so the minus 2 is due to the subnet ID and broadcast. Okay, and that's the answer to part B. Part C says, what is the total number of hosts in the Class C space? Assume no subnetting. Assume no subnetting, then the total number of hosts in the Class C private address space is equal to, well, there were 256 networks, and we had 254 hosts each. So 256 times 254, and that gives us somewhere, I did this, 65024 hosts. Okay, or host addresses. And subnetting reduces, because each of the subnets takes away 2 addresses for the subnet ID in the broadcast. reduces the total number of hosts due to, you can call it the subnet ID and broadcast addresses. You can think of that as overhead. Okay, the overhead in creating subnets. Finally, part D says, suppose they're all are subnetted with 255.255.255.224. Now the total is different, and a 224, just off to the side here, 224 is equal to 128 plus 64, which is 192, plus 32, which is 224. Okay, so it's 128, 64, and 32, so that means there's 3 ones at the beginning of the last octet. Okay, in the last octet. And that means that our S value is 3 and our H value is 5, using the notation that we've established for subnetting. Cordon this off here a little bit. And that means that we have, with S equal to 3, I have 2 to the third, or 8 subnets per. So S equals 3 implies 8 subnets, okay, per class C. And with 8 subnets, I have 16 addresses essentially wasted. Okay, so I have the total number of host addresses. Sorry, this is so small. Is, well, it's the 65,024. Well, it's the full, I'm running out of room here. 6D. Okay, I have S equals 3, and therefore the number of subnets per class C is equal to 2 to the third, or 8. Okay, and so the number of host addresses per class C is equal to 256 minus 2 times 8, or 240. Okay, and here I lose 2 addresses for every subnet. Okay, and that's one way of calculating it. Take the total number minus that. The other way is to say that it's that because S is 3 and we're starting with class 3, the H is 5, and so the hosts per subnet is equal to 2 to the H minus 2, which is 2 to the 5th minus 2, which is 32 minus 2, or 30. So I can say that it's equal to 30 hosts per subnet times 8 subnets, and that's again equal to 240. Either way you can do it. Okay? Sorry if it's crooked. Finally, there are 256, so the total number of hosts addresses in all of class C private address space when slash 20. Oh, let's see, I calculated this. Because S was 3, this is 24 plus 3 or 27. When I use slash 27 subnets is equal to 256 times the 240, which is 61,440 host addresses. Okay, sorry that took so long. There you go. Hope that helps.